Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn them notifications on. Back today and back with another video. Today's video, going to be doing a little bit of work here in the milking parlour. So I've just finished the morning milking. Hot water is just washing through at the moment, as you'll probably see the steam behind me. But today, going to be changing the milk liners on the milking clusters. This is a job we do every 6 to 8 months, depending on how warm they get. Our milk liners never wear out very quickly anyway. We could get away with every 12, but it's recommended we do them 6. So we sort of go in the middle of there at about 8 months. So first of all, I'm going to go and grab the box with all the liners in the house. I haven't looked in there yet. Just check that we have got the right liners, because we don't want to take all these off here to find out that the new ones don't fit. We'll go and grab our box. We'll just check that they are the right liners. You might be able to tell what day I'm recording this on. More mowing today. Second cut should be started to pick up tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be doing these liners. I've got quite a few jobs to do today. I think Dad's going raking up, Mark's going mowing, and I'm stuck at the farm. Not that I mind too much. Don't really mind too much. Jeffrey's out here as well, feeding calves. There's all systems go at the moment. Throw that down there. Now I'm going to check this, because I don't want to make that mistake. I haven't made it before. See the bags that come in? Look the same to me. Here we are. There is the wash finished. I need to turn these off up here. Turn the pump off. Air blast, pulsators. Should grab one unit. Take the liners out and just double check these, because don't want to end up with no liners. Because we ordered these online, they took like 2 days to come. If I go and take all the liners off and they don't fit, might be in the shit a little bit, so. Pull that off there. Just go around there, comes out. There's the liners. So usually with these, what you get is they'll have a split on this side here, or they split up the top. Now a few of these have split up the top end here. To be fair, they're not on the clusters for long enough to split in here, but you do get the odd one. These should be a lot easier to get off this morning, because they're still really warm. So it makes the rubber a little bit more malleable. They look the same. The old one is a little bit more stretched, which it's going to be, but they are the same liner. So we'll get all of these rubbers out of the middle and get the centers thrown in a bucket. So get a cluster, top off, like so. Then I'll run around this ring here now, just pushing the top in like that. Now liner comes out, nice and easy. Look at that. A little bit dirty that. There's the first 4 off. So what I'm going to be doing, getting these and throwing these in a bucket. Then over breakfast, I'm going to leave these to soak in some hypochlorite fairy liquid and in some water, and that'll clean the outsides and then all in the insides. It's all like dust and rubbish in there that just accumulates over time. So always give these a good clean. But 1 down, 9 to go. I am so glad I don't have like a 25-25 milking parlour or a 50-50, because this would be a painful job. Anyway, let's get the rest of these liners off. Easy as that. So there we are, there is our first 5 units done. Got the metal parts of the cluster there. And so far, I was planning on saving as many liners as I could. 4. So far I've saved 4. To be fair, don't need many more than 4. I'd just like to save a few, because if I was to put these on today, cow treads on one tonight and, you know, splits it straight down the middle. At least then I've got something here that can get me out of the mess. Saying that, I could order 11 packs, but sometimes it's just easier to reuse something that's not broken and then change again. Anyway, let's get this other side done. This job is just absolutely thrilling stuff, but it's gotta be done. Last one done, and in our bucket. So now we have a pile of waste, and we've got ourselves a few spares. There's also some more waste here. New liners there. Get this in the dairy, get these swilled, and I'm gonna go and have some breakfast. There you go, you guys. You can all have a nice bubble bath now. The metal pieces are in there. We'll leave them to soak. I'm now off for a bite to eat. We'll see you guys in a short while. So back after breakfast, and the trough here has lost a bit of water, but our clusters are pretty well clean. They've pretty well cleaned themselves. So I bought this brush just to clean the insides of them out, because there is some dust and crap in there basically. And this is something I do every time I clean or change the milk liners, or the dairy liners, or whatever you want to call them. Always clean them off. Let's get these washed up. I'll clean them and then put them in the bucket, and then we'll get them back on, get the new liners on, and just put the wash through, and then we'll be done. Getting through them slowly now. This is them after the wash, nice and clean. Hang on, let's try and hold that to the light. Look at that in there, really nice and clean. Beforehand, try and find one that's a little bit worse. A bit of staining on the outside, and the inside's not bad. To be fair, the insides aren't bad on these. There is the odd one with a bit of rubbish up the middle. Here's one, look. And there's quite a bit of grime and crap in there. That's why we have taken these out, to clean them off. So I've got about, I think there's 7 left in here to do. So we'll get them done and then get the liners on. There we are. There is them washed. Trough's empty. To the parlour. So we have now got our metal pieces clean. Not sure what you call these pieces. And we have got our liners. So it's a really simple process to put the liners in to the metal pieces. And on the liner here, I don't know if you'll see, there's basically an arrow there and then an arrow here. All you've got to do when you pull it through is line the 2 arrows up. So what we do, slot our liner up like so, come around the bottom, pulling that, so that's sealed, and then just give it a little bit of a tug and it's in place. That's literally it. And then we just check our arrow, which is there, and our arrow is there. The arrows are just to stop it, so like I could twist that all the way around there. One arrow is there, the other's all the way around here. Inside there, it's all twisted up the liner. We don't want to do that. So we line our arrows up, and that is one done. So it is the exact same process for them all. I'm going to put them all here in a little stack. There's 4 done. 36 left to go. So why do we actually change the liners in the parlour? Well, there's a couple of reasons, really. One of the main ones is because these bits here can split. If that splits, what we end up with is milk coming through here and then into the pulsation section, which is technically a sealed area. Over time, milk will sit in there and bacteria will grow on it, and because it's a separate system, it never washes. When we put the wash through in the parlour, it goes through here and out of here, but it doesn't go around the exterior where this pipe goes onto. So if you get a lot of build-up of bacteria on the inside of this metal, it can then go back through the split and into the milk line. Thus, you get a high back to scan and chances of mastitis. If you were to milk a cow on a liner where there's a split and it got mastitis, that mastitis could possibly go through the split into the pulsation line, and then you've got the potential to spread that through a lot of cows, and that is something you really don't want to do. That is one of the reasons, again, we can get these bits splitting. If they split, that's a pain as well, because again, you've got that potential for unwanted stuff to get in. It becomes an unsealed system. Another reason we change these, and this is more why we do them on a certain time setting. So as I said before, 6 to 8 months is the recommended time. 6 months is recommended. We do sort of every 8. That's just because we don't get any trouble with doing them at 8 months. What can happen is it's rubber. Now, you know, with your car rubber on your tyres, they wear out. They wear out over time and you have to change them. Same really applies with these. The liner can actually stretch and over time become weaker. And with that, milking a cow's differs then. So we can have fluctuations in pressure milking between this one and this one, just because this rubber hasn't stretched as much as this one. And that's not good for the cows. This is where your high cell count can come in. So what can also happen is the insides of these can wear. So again, it's rubber. Rubber perishes and cracks and breaks. If this, and these are still smooth on the inside, which is really good, what can happen is the inside of here can become rough. Now this then causes an effect on the cows. And that's a simple thing that when milking cows, you want something soft to be almost massaging the milk out of the teats. If these are rough on the inside, it's not going to do that. And again, that's going to cause problems with the cows. It's not just going to cause health problems in the sense of they could get high cell count or mastitis. It's also not good for their comfort. And for us, milking comfort is #1 priority. When the cows are in this parlour, their comfort is pretty high up on the list of things to be cautious about. And that's why we change these liners in intervals that we do, so that we don't end up with rough inside of here and causing them to go sore. 5 done now. Just 5 more clusters to go. Easy enough. Get our cluster, get our new liners, push them down onto the bowl, and then the pulsation tube slides back on there. Repeat the process for all 4 corners, and you've got a fully reconstructed unit. There we are, there is all 10 back in place. Here is our box full of waste. See, a few of these are dirty, others really clean. Just really depends. These ones will have come off of this unit when I had a split in a pipe somewhere. I think one of these pulsation pipes split or something. But there is all the liners changed. Last job now to do is run some cold water through this with some hypochlorite in. And that's basically the same as when we run a cold wash through after milking. Now we do this because there is potential for these liners to have bacteria inside of them. Yes, they've been in a sealed packet, and yes, that is unlikely. But it's like when you buy a brand new mug, you always wash it before you drink out of it, or you're supposed to. So we'll get some water, get it washed through here, and then that'll be the job just about done. Whilst that trough's still in, I'll just come through here. You ain't gonna hear me. Just check that we've not got any leaks, we've not got any problems. It's the other reason why we run water through, just to make sure it works, because we don't want to come to this at milking time and one of these liners to have a problem with them. So, it all looks pretty good. We've got this waste to sort out and everything else. We'll get that done afterwards. We'll circulate some water through, and then the job's complete. So before I come back to doing these liners, I had to go and just do a bit of a verge for someone up the road. It's now 12:30. The day is just running away, but hopefully we get everything done. Put that into there. Just that, yeah. It's obviously not in the tank. We don't want that. check this all over. I'll be able to hear the water coming through in a minute. You listen, it's a lot quieter now. It's when it is when we're milking. I'll just come through. See, look, here's what I'm checking. This unit has been switched off. And there we go. There is the job finished. All that's left to do now is just drain the system, which is really easy. It's just on this little valve down here. That just loses any excess water that's in the bottom of the vessel there. Because what you don't want is that being in there when you come to milk later, because that's a lot of water and that will end up in the milk tank. So that brings us to the end of this video. Something a little bit different. Thought I would record this. That is all for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.